You're right. It's not Benjamin Hunter.
Is that one?
Hi. Hi everyone.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to Strategy Quiz with Shots Like Kim Hitch. You're here for Cinema Saturday, and of course it's the crew. It's with us as normal. Hi everyone.
Hi.
Hi, I am crew.
I am crew.
Yeah, we're the crew. We're the crew. We're the Silly Voices crew.
Well,
see us
I'm
rolling.
clearly cast. No, I'm joking.
You see us rolling and you hate us.
Is it really that bad?
Goodness gracious.
Let
I
the
hope
hate
not.
flow through you.
Let's just give me a change that so it's the greatest connection. There we go. So my name's Eback, of course, and I'm gonna introduce the cast as I always do. We of course have with us a Burr.
Part of the ship, part of the crew.
We have Drifting.
I have my emotional support long cat plushie with me. Leave me alone.
Aww.
Cute.
And our American correspondent Kay.
I'm gonna have to go dig it up, but there's actually an image that a friend of mine drew and was selling as a print on their shop for a while, which was entitled "Late to Anime Court," and it was Phoenix with a piece of toast in his mouth, getting his jacket on.
Nice.
Nice. And as always, a woman in Japan, Laura Petal.
Laura is using her actual avatar.
Nice.
Overruled.
Overruled. And we have Lemming Russ.
Yes, I'm here.
Surprise, the bestest boy, as always. And finally, I'm Mistropolis.
There's two of me.
There's two of you.
There may be inexplicably two Mysteriopolis peoples. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry
He's
about
cloned.
it. Don't worry about it.
Cloned.
What is the plural of this Metropolis, though?
Mysteriopoly.
Wait, everyone. Yeah.
I did a thing on the stream to make the joke hit that I did.
Yeah, I saw it.
Wait, what?
Don't
What?
worry about it. It's fine.
Don't worry,
Don't
it's
worry
fine.
about it. It's fine.
Guys,
Is there
that's my line.
an imposter?
Maybe.
Look at me. I am drifting now.
How dare you give me back my username?
I will say this OnlyFans.
Well, that's another vibe entirely, isn't it?
We're going to switch on the audio. And we're going to continue on with Ace Attorney Investigations 2. There.
Talk to do.
And we left on quite a moment, didn't we? Edgeworth's off the case.
Oof.
Well,
For now.
For now. Otherwise, the game would be too short, let's be real.
I mean, at least he could get some sleep then.
Wait a minute.
Fair enough.
Edgeworth is off the case.
No!
All right. March 28th, 9:45 a.m. High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202.
This looks beautiful in this HD restyle. I like it very much.
And Edward's like, I'm so high right now.
High definition.
Yeah.
The only high Mr. Edgeworth can ever get behind. I don't know. I'm imagining some half harebrained TikTok attempt by the prosecutor's office. That's basically trying to be cool, but also saying don't do drugs.
So it's a high definition prosecutor's office.
I like that he has 4 drawers worth of tea in the background.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite canonical things about his office.
He likes his tea.
It's right up there with the gay chess set, which is right. You can see it right behind our text box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also the fact that even though he's clearly upset, he's clearly not jazzed about Old Bag's whole deal. The fact that he kept the Steel Samurai thing that she gave him because he just loved the Steel Samurai so much.
Fair.
Yeah. It's like he doesn't care about Old Bag, but he cares about Steel Samurai.
Yeah.
You take some, you lose some.
Yeah. He's like, I'll take the L. It is from the Wicked Witch of the Witness Stand. However,
hyperfixation.
yes.
Anyway,
Exactly.
the line.
Yes. I still can't believe what happened yesterday. It was terrible the way those two treated you. And a
Well,
recap
that's-
for the audience.
Yay, and I still don't have an echo because I don't do echoes. Fuck you. Now let's cut to the chase. I'm here to clean up your mess, Edgeworth. And that's the singular line I get, okay?
The committee hereby decrees that Prosecutor Edgeworth be relieved of his duties and replaced by Prosecutor Winner. Here ends the verdict.
Judge Gavell and Mr. Winner certainly didn't mince their words. But that's not what concerns me right now. I'm more worried about the committee's reason for doing what they did, and what they might do next. I suspect it won't be good.
Earth to Mr. Edgeworth, are you listening to me?
No, he's zoned out.
Yes, of course.
So this is it. You're giving up on this Bronco Knight case?
No. I have no intention of doing any such thing. To walk away from the case would be to walk away from the case would
Tacitly.
be to tacitly accept the committee's decision. The only problem is that I don't have the authority to continue investigating. Yes? What is it, Detective?
I've got some bad news, sir. Word down the precinct is... they just arrested somebody for Knight's murder.
What? Do you know who it is?
No, but they heard they're being held in the detention center. Maybe you could go talk to whoever it is.
Good idea. Now let's get down there, Mr. Edgeworth. And I gotta get my folder out.
Even without the authority to investigate, surely I can still pay a suspect an innocent visit.
I just noticed something. The pencil in Gumshoe's ear is red specifically.
Yeah,
Like the
it's a
lead in
red-
it it's a coloring pencil.
Yeah, it's a coloring pencil.
It's a
Yeah.
crayon.
Well, not quite, but
Yeah.
The pencil behind Gumshoe's ear is one of those things that kind of drives me nuts
Yeah.
in I'm obsessed way, because it's a leftover from the earliest drafts where he was like really into horse races and whatever. And that was never like actually just kept as a character trait. It was just kind of artifacted, but it's
Good.
still part of his design. And I don't know. I think it suits him still that like he has a non-standard pencil because
I mean, it makes
he
sense
likes
also.
yeah.
I feel like if he put this pencil in his coat pocket, it would be lost forever.
Yeah.
probably.
And also that's the pencil used, at least in the Netherlands, to sign in the vote on anything you vote on.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, that's
also-
cool. Yeah.
Also,
we did it in the red.
wouldn't crayon be made out of wax
Yes.
as opposed to colored pencil?
Yes.
It's a graphite, probably, yeah.
All
That
right.
is correct.
All right, we're on our way.
Me too. I'll see you there, sir.
But won't you be missed, Detective?
We
Nah.
already missed him.
Everyone's busy in the prison going over the crime scene anyway.
Good. Then we'll see you shortly.
Yes,
He won't be
sir.
missed. He'll be Lemming.
I wouldn't be Mr. Lemming.
Come on,
In the
Kay.
very- In the very rare occurrence that there is like a telephone scene like this, for you voice mob users, I think there is a telephone voice that you can use.
Oh, that's cool.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's very, very
Fancy.
cool. Yeah. But also, I wanted to point out that if this was an Ace Attorney game instead of investigations, the person at the detention center would ask Edgeworth to represent them as at the first.
I think I found it.
Probably, yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
I did.
And now, Gumshoe will never phone again.
It's fine. Come on, Kay. Let's go.
You got it.
I love
Sorry,
her
Mr.
little
Edgeworth, I
eye
lost my
animation.
phone.
I love her little punches.
She's so cute.
March 28th, 10:23 a.m. Detention Center Visitors Room.
Still no sign of them, huh?
Indeed.
Wait, this is just like last time.
Please don't tempt fate like that.
There could be another Moida.
Ooh, who's this?
And this, I believe, is somebody that Miss Ted dips on.
Okay.
Before
I
that,
did.
though, I have a question.
Yee.
Is that the guy from Texas Chainsaw Massacre on the wanted poster?
Yes.
Looks
What?
Oh, yeah.
It
Yeah,
looks
Leatherface.
like like a Leatherface. Yes.
So I'm just gonna say
Holy
yes.
shoot.
Confusing and vexing. I
Oh.
don't like it.
Oh, is this that guy?
Hang on. I put his original translation name and picture in the
Yes,
Bandula.
this is that guy.
That
Yes.
guy.
Oh, God.
It's that guy.
You get a flex your higher range, which is the whole reason. Yee.
I wish we had David because someone has to voice the monkey.
Ook.
Ook.
No, I can't. I just can't.
Sure you can. I told you, it's just a pair of visitors.
Amazing guards, 10 out of 10.
Sure, you can.
Amazing. That's like, that is. It makes so much sense that the guard at the detention center would sound like that, and I don't know how to explain that.
It's another god. I probably would have gone with I gotta go with my beacon for presents there, but I don't think it would be beacons there. But no.
No, he's not. He is entirely demoted to bailiff by this juncture, which is not how that works. By the way, those are
But
not
whatever.
related positions.
Well, how did I end up here? Don't ask me that. You won't want to know.
Sounds like someone really doesn't want to see us.
No.
Oh, just talk with them, please.
You know, as an introvert, mode.
Yeah.
But one of them's like a prosecutor, right? Aren't they all like super scary?
Yes.
Yeah.
All they do is stare at you, right into your soul.
No, that's the chief of police that one time.
Ah, you must be the suspect in the,
Ah! See? I told you!
Kay, why is this man so flustered?
Probably because you're being you, but I guess that's just how you are.
I mean, she's not wrong.
Thanks for clearing up absolutely nothing.
Also, I love that the animations of that person are the see no evil, talk no evil, hear no evil.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's really good. He's monkey.
Monkey.
Suspect.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Hey, Mr. Suspect, you doing okay in there?
No, clearly not.
Oh,
We just want to have a little chat with you, no biggie, right?
who are you?
I'm Kay Faraday, Mr. Edgeworth's trusty sidekick. It's just a part-time gig while I take a break from my real job, though.
Funny, I don't recall ever employing you.
I mean, you don't pay me. And that's Mr. Edgeworth. He is a prosecutor, but he's not going to stare a hole into your soul or anything. He
That's
actually starts
debatable.
staring contests with his own reflection sometimes. It's really funny.
Oh,
That is
please.
a canon fact.
And somehow he wins.
Really?
Really, really.
Oh my god, this is donkey.
No, really.
What is this dialogue right now?
Ah,
Anyway, can you, please tell us your name?
It's Saint. Simeon Saint.
Simeon Saint.
Simeon
yes.
Saint.
Well, nice to meet you, Simeon. You can call me Kay. Everyone else does. That's because it's your name.
I wanted to brag about a bit of my medieval knowledge. Saint Simeon was a guy who was an ascetic hermit. He was living all his life on a huge pole. So it might be a reference to that as well.
He was up a pole. That's interesting.
Like I said, based.
Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may.
You may not.
Please, Simeon, we're trying to help, I promise. I promise.
Oh,
Would I lie to you?
really?
I pinky promise.
Thanks to Kay, it sounds like we might finally get some answers, at least.
He loves his weird thief daughter.
Perhaps you could start by telling us a little bit about yourself.
Who, me? But why would anyone want to know anything about me?
Sir, can you stop being my anxiety for 5 seconds?
No!
Oh, well, damn, okay then.
I'm boring! Nothing! I'm a nobody!
Do you have a job?
Oh, well, it's not hardly worth mentioning, really. I'm your average corporate pencil pusher. You know, just like everybody else, honest.
Average in this game franchise? Very unlikely.
This is going to take a while.
The only one I think comes even close to average is Winston Payne, and even that's debatable.
About you and Mr. Knight. And just when I thought we were making progress. Okay.
Okay, help.
Yes. So, Simeon, did you know Mr. Knight? Come on, you can tell me. We're doing a good cop, bad cop thing. It's so good.
Bronco? Yeah, I know him. He was, well, we were friends.
I like how you're almost slipping into Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. That makes so much sense for this character.
Interesting.
I love it.
Interesting. I wonder if he knew that Knight had been arrested.
And did you know Mr. Knight had been arrested? Trying to read Edward's thoughts.
I even came to visit him.
You came to see Knight? I wonder when that would have been.
And when was that, Simeon?
I trained her well.
I like to believe he's saying it under his breath so she can actually hear it.
It was the day before yesterday, around lunchtime.
She stole the brain cell, but at least she's using it well.
I came as soon as I got the call from the cops.
Edgeworth is doing this theatrical thinking on the side aloud.
The police called him. Why?
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
How come the police called you?
They said Bronco asked them to. He needed a favor or something.
A favor?
You do get one phone call, you know.
Uh-huh. He wanted me to bring one of his chess set, you know, the pocket ones. So I went by his place and then I came here.
A chess set?
Chess set?
Is it just me, or is she getting better at stealing my thoughts?
No, just the brain cell.
You do know everything you think is written all over your face, right, Mr. Edgeworth?
Ugh,
You're really not a poker player, are you? I'm not a mind reader, just an expression reader. Amazing, right? Don't you just love having a sidekick as helpful as me?
and have you read what my next move is going to be?
I sure have. There's something you want to show Simeon.
Indeed. Let's present it to him and see what he has to say about it.
It's his badge.
I mean, we could. Let's do it.
That's, oh my god.
What? No, I can't. I couldn't. There's no way I can be a prosecutor ever. Take that thing away from me, please.
I wasn't going to give it to you anyway.
So what? You're gonna arrest me? Take me to court? No objection? I knew it!
Overruled, Mr. Saint. Now please calm yourself.
Okay.
I love the idea that as soon as you touch the
Let Beth finish first, sorry.
as soon as you touch the prosecutor badge, you become a prosecutor.
Yep. It's contagious, you see.
Meanwhile,
Oh, yes.
meanwhile, that word was just said, and Verity is off somewhere like, Eustace, I think I feel a chill in the air.
I feel a disturbance in the force.
What's the force?
Oh my god.
Police force, obviously.
Verity. God, Verity Gavel doing the like it exists within us, without us, and it binds the universe together. That speech just came to my mind, and now I need it to happen sometime. Verity Obi-Wan moments, which is really funny to me, but my brain went anyway.
Just don't maybe do it in the Qui-Gon way where he tries to scientify it.
No.
Yeah.
Original New Hope stuff. Anyway. But
yeah.
the last joke that I had to tag on to is it's very funny that he says, "Oh, I can never be a prosecutor," because I know multiple people who have AUs where this character's a prosecutor. Like, not just one, at least two, if not more.
Like, unfortunately, prosecutor beams you.
Yeah, honestly, but it's also like, this is the best way we have to explore emotions in this franchise. Shut up.
I didn't choose the prosecutor life. Prosecutor life chose me.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. You get it. Okay. So this chess set.
Oh, that's the one I brought for Bronco. Where'd you get that?
Well, that settles that at least. I'll get chess set data updated in my organizer.
We found it to Mr. Knight. Found it next to Mr. Knight.
He always had to have his chessboard somewhere nearby. Oh, I'm not surprised he had it with him when he, oh, God.
Simeon, you and Mr. Knight, you were very close, weren't you?
Yeah, we were the best friends. At least, I thought we were.
Oh my god, they were roommates.
Guess I was wrong about that.
What do you mean?
Well, if I knew him so well, why did he shock me to find out he had killed someone?
It's not easy discovering that someone you're close to has committed a terrible crime. It's a very bitter pill to swallow indeed.
How could it all end like this? I could never imagine something so awful.
Something's not right here, Mr. Edgeworth. There's just no way Simeon murdered Mr. Knight.
Yes.
But clearly there's some unnecessary feelings there, you know?
He certainly doesn't seem to have an obvious motive. And again, he wouldn't have been arrested for no reason either.
That's debatable.
I wonder what grounds they had for doing so.
Have you ever met Japanifornia's finest?
Yeah,
Edward?
the police force here is kind of a mess.
Why were you arrested, Mr. Saint? I just don't get it. Why won't he talk to me?
She's scary.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't.
Whoa, he answered you, Mr. Edgeworth. I guess he's not scared of you anymore.
Thank goodness for small miracles.
The cops burned into my house this morning out of nowhere. And before I knew it, I was here.
These policemen, was there a prosecutor with them?
Yeah. Some kid named a Winner or something.
Ah, the rookie. I thought as much.
So, did they interrogate you yet?
Well, what? I'm gonna be interrogated by the cops?
Well, yeah. I mean, you've been arrested. You're a suspect now.
No! Oh, the detectives shouted me or threatened me. Oh. They always use these hulking guys, right? Who get in your face and force you to.
And we lost Laura.
This happens, I imagine it's like he announces himself. I don't know if you've seen Space Jam, but when Bill Murray tries to get on the Toon Squad in the last game, and he announces himself like,
Detective Dick Gumshoe, reporting for duty. Was it something else said?
Yeah.
See, I told you.
Oh,
Please don't hurt me. Please don't crush me into those huge arms. No, please. I'm calling the cops.
I am the cops.
You scumbags, it's the cops.
What's up with this guy, Mr. Edgeworth?
I'm calling the cops. Ow.
Oh, nothing, detective. You're just being you. I guess it's just how you are.
but wait, I is the cops.
I don't get it, sir.
At that point,
know
I'll be
I
right
got
back.
you.
My food's here.
Oh, okay.
Very short.
Time for a laughing break. Get your laughter out here from this.
I didn't say
stupid
that allows me
situation.
time to calm down. Holy shit! But yeah, you know, he busts into the door. In...
What?
What? Hello?
We have activated her trap card.
We have activated time.
Oh no.
This now. Oh no.
It's
My
time
Google
for
Home.
break.
Google Home, shush. Nobody asked you.
Google Home, we didn't need it.
Oh, it
We did need
reminds
home.
Kay to eat things. Then it's friendship, and then it's allowed.
Look, this
Yeah,
is an
that.
ET. We don't need to phone home. Please go away.
No. It reminds Kay to eat things. So that's
I mean, that's fair.
I need a reminder. Stop eating things.
God, I love Gumshoe.
To be fair, mood.
Yeah.
And Gumshoe loves you, random lady.
Random lady
I've not
voice
met.
in my head.
Yash is looking around the detention cell like, where's that voice coming from?
We are the
that?
disembodied voices of your imagination. Do not be afraid.
Why is my imagination Dutch?
Don't worry about it.
I mean, to call back to an old joke of mine, he also can't see that spot on the ceiling.
Drifting. If the biblically accurate angels were Dutch, how would they say "be not afraid"?
Wees niet bang.
Wow.
Which would
Wow.
be more terrifying, actually, if it started speaking Dutch, that I would have concerns.
Right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
It's okay.
Welcome
We're
back.
Ooh.
We've had plenty of time to laugh at our jokes. It's fine.
Yeah, we got our giggles out.
Okay.
For now.
For now.
Look, Mr. Edgeworth, Simeon is clearly innocent.
Oh my god, I just realized it sounds like a fucking evolution. It's a Simeon. Oh,
I'm that rare Eevee one.
Drifting, I love you.
I love you too.
So there's gotta be something we can do for him, isn't there? Surely you know somebody we could, like, call or something.
Mr. Saint,
Yes?
you were Mr. Knight's friend, and 2 days you came to visit him. You had nothing to do at all. You had nothing at all to do with his murder. Is my understanding correct?
Well, yeah. I didn't kill anybody.
Very well. Then I will choose to believe you, and I will do all that I can to assist you.
Huh? But why would you help nobody like me?
Let's just say that I may not be doing it solely for your sake.
The game
I have
would end
something-
otherwise.
I have something of a personal interest in this case.
A grudge.
But also, Kay asked him niceties.
That's right, it's payback time. We'll show those two whose investigation reigns supreme. Can they even use the logic button? I don't think so.
What's a logic button?
What is a logic button? Huh?
Ooh, yeah! Now we're cooking!
Let it cook.
Yeah. Also, I have a serious question. What do you have to give to Eevee to evolve her into a simian?
Anxiety.
Wow.
Pure, unbridled anxiety.
She's not wrong, though.
Nope. Unfortunately, I still lack the authority to conduct said investigation. As such, my resources are rather limited, and I'll need to lean heavily on the ones I do have at hand. Which means you,
Like me.
Saint. Information will be invaluable going forward. In other words, see if we can't help one another out, shall we?
Oh! I just thought of something. Why don't you just borrow an attorney's badge? Then you can represent your pal here.
Perfect.
Gumshoe never change. I love you so much.
I'm sure Mr. Wright will let you borrow his for a bit. He needs a vacation.
You mean that man?
He's less than a week from getting disbarred, timeline-wise, by the way. Which is like, makes that so much funnier, but also so much darker. Later, 'cause
Yeah.
they had, I don't know why they decided they had to squeeze it all in just right there, but they sure did. It's like,
Well, you're
wow, that's
welcome.
really fucking close. Anyway,
Now's not the time for jokes, Gummy.
Who's joking?
I mean, Mr. Edgeworth is a prosecutor. He couldn't defend anyone if his life depended on it. Or even
Wow.
defendant on it.
Mhm.
that was nothing.
What?
Sorry, I'll try again later.
But I wasn't kidding. I just thought, helping suspects, that's what a defense attorney does, you know?
Sure, but we can do that too.
Meanwhile, Edgeworth is feeling two daggers in his heart right now. One from Gumshoe saying, "How dare you mention that man's name in my presence?" And one from Kay thinking, "How dare you think I could defend anybody if I wanted to?"
The problem
mean,
is he doesn't want to.
He did sub for Phoenix in the final case or sub-final, the penultimate case of the Trials and Tribulations.
It was
Yeah,
the final case. It was the penultimate day. Yeah.
That's where he found the kick me sign.
Yes.
The only thing that matters is that we find the culprit in the end. The real culprit in the end. So come on, let's get to work.
Oh gosh, his little face there.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sure you know already, but just to be clear, if our investigation ultimately proves you to be the culprit, we'll have no choice but to treat you like any other suspect. But you needn't worry. I believe you. Or at least, I'm starting to try. For now.
Don't worry, Mr. Saint.
Hold tight and try to believe in us in return. If nothing else, it might help you feel a little less alone. Now, if you excuse me.
I think he's far too pitiful to be a murderer.
Also, that's as good as you can get from Edgeworth. Like, I have chosen to try and believe you.
March 28, 11:22 a.m. The Detention Center corridor.
So, we talked a good game in there, but what the fuck are we actually supposed to be doing?
Mm-hmm.
But we can't even get back inside the prison to see the rest of the... Look, we can't get back inside the main prison to see the scene of a crime. Also, did you know that this is where Kay, the person, learned that jail and prison were two different things?
The fuck do you
This
mean
case-
jail and prison are two different things?
No, they are. The jail is the like holding place until you go to court. Prison is where they keep you when that you've like been convicted.
Uh-huh.
Really?
Yeah. Jail is where you're held. Prison is where you serve your sentence.
Where you're kept.
Yeah.
All my life I thought they were synonyms.
Yeah, same.
My life was a
anyone
lie.
have that, does anyone have that the more you know button?
The what button?
The more you know
The more
button.
you know.
I think for
Oh,
for
yeah.
most of us,
Thank you.
Yay.
I think
There
for
you go.
most of us it more requires a.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
I mean that too, but I don't have that. button.
Also, I wanted to say I love how Kay is the coach on the team.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Because
She's
this
the
even
balancing force.
this even looks like a locker room meeting.
All right, huddle up.
Maybe defending the guy in court is our best bet after all.
Tommy can't defend for his life, remember?
He couldn't even defend himself.
I feel like that's me.
Could be.
Oh, I think this might be Lang. No. It's either Lang or it's Eddie. It's one of the two. But it's doing the thing where it's like it might be somebody. It's somebody we know, so it shouldn't be question marks anyway. And
Do a
yet,
voice until somebody knows, until we know who it is. Do
yeah,
a voice.
we'll probably just toss it to Burr for convenience.
Okay. Well, who do we have here?
All right,
Hello.
is it?
Yeah. Well, if it isn't Judge within the gang, what are you cats doing here?
Listen, pal. If you come to harass Mr. Edgeworth again, I'll...
Hey, chill, Daddy-O. He's in a Detective Flatfoot Sholmes. How are you to work?
There it is, the
I'm gonna knock his block
confirmation that
off.
his name is
Yeah.
Herlock Sholmes canonically, which, you know,
Yes.
retroactively makes Phoenix a fucking dumbass.
Yeah.
For saying Sherlock Holmes II, and I'm never gonna
I mean-
let that go.
I mean, Phoenix just did the goof and said Sherlock Holmes instead of Herlock Holmes.
I love that. Okay.
All right. Also, I love
Work?
your ad libbing, Bo. Like, chill, get daddy-o, you know.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so good. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Okay. I love this game series too much, y'all. I'm gonna overload. Anyway, work? What? You're here to defend somebody?
Whoa, the K-Meister nails it in one! And you just is very intelligent to solve the bunch. This is where you are, the coach.
We
Uber
didn't hear
intel.
you.
Oh.
Sorry.
There we go.
Uber intelligentes. That's not how you use either of those words, Fender. Crime
Some may
against.
say,
It's a crime against language now.
Yes.
some say I'm an easygoing old rogue about town, but I'm actually not a half bad attorney. All we know is my name's the Stig. Which is why I've been summoned to the old jail Rooney for a meeting with a new client.
Chandler Rooney. I both love and hate this character. Simultaneously.
The suspect is one Simone Sainsbury?
Huh?
You mean Simeon Saint?
Whoa,
And not the
that's freak. You know more about my job than I do.
It's Saint and not the supermarket in the UK.
Goodness. Wow, that's. Oh. I was about to read that line. Nope.
Sorry, I was going to be too fast.
Jeez.
Hang on.
No,
hang
you're
on.
fine. You're.
What?
What's
Dave,
going on?
stop!
You're eating. We're having fun. Don't worry. We're all good.
Yeah, don't worry.
Wait, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Fender's a defense attorney. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Yes, we're going to take over the world.
Yay!
Well, count me in.
Jeez, Mr. Edgeworth, what do you want to do tonight?
I fear I might
Same
be.
thing. Sorry.
I fear I might be, in fact. It could be our only option.
Just wanted to react to Laura. Like, same thing as every night, Mr. Gumshoe. We're gonna try and take over the world.
Not so long ago, I found myself embroiled in another case that wasn't mine. Managed to worm my way onto the crime scene by agreeing to be a certain someone's subordinate. Not an experience I ever want to repeat. But I fear I may have little choice. Fender,
Hold it! Before you say another word, I'm just gonna point out the fine print. Eddie Fender doesn't take on associates. Say it ain't so, I hear you protesting, but pompous prosecutors are a no-go.
You know what? That's fair. I can't blame you for that one.
Goodness gracious.
Especially those of the Karma variety.
I should have known he wouldn't forgive me that easily. I understand why you wouldn't want me to work with someone like me. What's more, I understand how you feel about all the things von Karma. But please, believe me when I say, I'm not the man I was back then. I'm no longer under my old mentor's spell.
You better believe it, pal. Mr. Edgeworth's a changed man. Sure, he used to be the demon prosecutor. But he's not like that anymore.
I do have feelings, Detective.
Oh, you
Most of
hide
them
that
are
very well.
necessary.
Sorry, mouthful. Gummy's right. Mr. Edgeworth's one of the good guys now. He's not just a prosecutor, he's a hero. He got me off the hook just last month. 2 weeks ago, Kay.
Well, first of all, you and Edgeworth are eating something behind our backs. Why aren't you sharing it with Gumshoe?
It's good fish and chips.
Don't worry, Mr. Edgeworth, I had fish and chips last night.
Nice.
I do, Detective. I remember paying for it.
Really? I thought I paid for that on my own salary.
You don't have a
Actually,
salary
yes.
anymore.
You're the one that pays me, so technically you pay for all of our stuff.
I mean, Gumshoe is paid with food, I guess.
Yeah.
And rent.
Yeah. You don't say. Well, that escalated quickly.
But he was. There's no other word for it. He was heroic. Great thiefly, even. There was like gunfire, and I got shot. Not at, but like close to. It was pretty metal.
Please, Fender.
Brutal.
Please, Fender. Don't you think there's something odd about the way the committee stopped in yesterday? There's more to this case than meets the eye. I'm certain of it. I can't just walk away from this. I can't.
I mean, the music stopped when you said that, so I believe you.
Please, allow me to help you with this investigation.
A bow from... Oh my god, I was literally thinking, like, the great Miles Edgeworth bowing before someone, that's a first. A bow from the great Miles Edgeworth. Well, now I've seen everything. Never thought I'd see today, but here we go. So, enlighten me if you will. What made the leopard change his spots?
Well, I suppose I have to say that the courtroom itself. I've experienced many things and met so many people there within its four walls,
And a couple of animals, you wouldn't believe it.
including some old friends who showed me a better way to be. How could that not change a person?
Oh, I'll be. You would never have bared a soul like that. That was beautiful. Here, come here. You might have even surprised you know who. And you know how much that takes. Tell you what. Here's what we're gonna do. We're going to start again with a clean slate. So, this is me.
Edgeworth and Co. Law. Oh, that's not my line. Gummy.
Edgeworth and Co. Law Officers. Eddie Fender, Senior Partner.
Edgeworth?
That's right. Mr. Fender here began his legal career as an assistant to my late father, Gregory Edgeworth.
What? Your dad was a defense attorney? I can't believe I'm learning this lore now.
And a damn good one at that.
So the you-know-who Mr. Fender keeps talking about isn't the lawyer. Like, not that one. Okay, noted.
The clever K-Meister nails it in one yet again. That's right, I was talking about his old man. Guess you'll notice I kept his name over the door, so to speak. At least they could for old Gregory, really. Listen, Edgeworth, Miles. I'm gonna level with you here. I don't trust you. Well, not fully anyway. Can't just forget all those years you spent licking Pancama's boots, you know? Anyone can say they've changed. I'm gonna need you to prove it. And besides, you know it's what Gregory would have wanted.
Very well. I accept.
Okay then, that's enough hardball for one day. Let's hug and move on to fun stuff. I hereby appoint you interim associate of the Edgeworth & Co. Congrats, man.
I'll try not to let you down.
Well then, just bring a tear to the eye. The prodigal son, coming on board at his late father's firm.
Hang on. There we go. Permission to come on board too, please, Mr. Fender?
You don't even have to ask, kiddo. Welcome to the crew.
Woohoo! Thanks, Captain.
Now man the capstains. All right,
What?
get this. Capstains are those rotating things that pull the ropes on boats.
Ah.
All right, I guess it's time to go to work. So where to begin? Any bright ideas, Miles?
Where were we first so rudely interrupted?
Well, I guess it's safe to say that probably wasn't the victim.
Indeed, it sounds more likely to have been the person who found his body. I believe we need to speak with the person who found the body.
Oh, just what I was thinking, your associate. We do indeed.
Gumshoe! Pop these,
sir.
pop,
Take
the
him
ra-
out.
pop the reins of these chips and fish in the trash, will you please?
Right you are, Mr. Edgeworth. Little do you see him actually pocketing the chips for later.
And Gumshoe on the side. Nom, 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 nom.
Basically, yeah.
He counts it in the trash can.
Still the type to smile and nod, I see. That will certainly make my life easier, boss.
Now that that's decided, let's get going.
What about me?
Sorry, Gumshoe, only one party member slot.
I'm a detective. I can't just hop on board as an attorney's assistant like you guys.
He has a point. I can't leave him adrift all on his own now, can I? Detective Gumshoe, I have a special assignment for you. You are to continue investigating the case under Mr. Winner. And if you happen to discover anything that seems useful, you are to notify me immediately. You're in a uniquely powerful position, Detective. I'm going to need all the info you can pass our way.
You're gonna be our mole.
You can count on me, sir.
Grip it and rip it, baby.
Ribbon and ribbon, baby!
Ribbon
I'm
and
a
ribbon,
real pro when it comes to
baby.
letting things slip to the defense.
Trust me, I know. But just this once, those loose lips of yours might be what saves our ship.
Also, I don't care. He looks friend-shaped, so I'm glad with him on my team.
To be fair, it's also the fact that the reason you're not an asshole anymore, Mr. Edgeworth.
Yeah.
True.
Just saying.
Throw away the prison gates, good sirs, because here we come.
The more and more that I look at Mr. Fender, the more I think if Dan Avidan from the Game Grumps on the Detective
Hey, detective, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
I'm
gives
so
up the
glad
spandex
that's
and the
not-
cape.
It's so funny to me because that's not the first time I've heard that about him. It's so funny. Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Also, there's his bubbly attitude, you know, and his,
Yeah.
which Bird does so well.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
And it's still funny to me that the parrot is in jail.
March 28. That parrot know what it did. March 28. March 28, 11:50 a.m. prison car.
She squawked on one too many powerful people. So, any idea how it tracked down whoever found the Broncester's body, Miles?
I think our best bet would be to simply ask around.
Who dis?
Hang on.
that Laura?
I think it would be Laura, but it may not be.
Is it New York?
I think it's Verity, is what I think.
Yeah.
But I might be wrong. Might be a whole new character because there are still new characters to be introduced.
Let's start with Laura, and then we'll see.
Yeah.
Let's assume Verity until we get confirmation.
Oh, don't you dare.
Oh, no, it's not.
Okay. Yeah. No,
Oh,
it
to
is
be honest-
not.
to
It
be-
is.
Oh, to be honest though.
Is that also Laura?
Honestly,
I feel this character really.
Yeah.
I frankly was thinking like either Ebac or Laura. Ebac specifically because of the sort of reprisal of Norma de Plume kind of energy. But
Oh, she
also
does
like
have Norma
then
de
you would be
Plume
talking to
energy.
yourself a lot.
I mean, literally, if I would take this character, I'd definitely just do Rouge from Sonic, and that's it. But yeah,
Oh right.
Okay. I have to
she
find
knows
her.
what she's swinging.
I have to find her. Hang on. She's in the folder. There we go. Her name actually got her name is one of the most interesting changes I feel like because it's the fan translation did a pun that was already in use in Spirit of Justice, and in the Great Ace Attorney actually. So they changed it to something that I like better.
What was her name? KK.
Her name was originally Patricia Rowland, as I have put in quotes, till we learn her new for real forever name.
Who is this? Who's going to take?
Laura seemed to be excited. So that's why
Yeah,
I put it down. I don't
yeah.
want to get ahead of myself.
I seem to be excited for it, right? Let's see.
I want to be the fox.
What does
just
the
go,
fox say?
You just got little woof noises, little bark beat.
Waffles.
Yeah.
Oh my. Just look at you.
Are you talking to me?
Run.
Just fabulously chic, darling. Fabulously. Facial hair is so very au courant, don't you think?
Oh, enchanté, mademoiselle, and much obliged. Defense attorney and defender at your service. Let's get the thing of the right foot, shall we? A little embrassade, perhaps?
Oh, I like the
fox.
sound of that.
Look at the fox. Even the fox was dog. And he's dead.
Right on the kisser.
Oh, well, how is this one greeting new friends, A little smooch is entirely de rigueur, don't you think?
Wow! Talk about stealing a kiss.
No, not, not for 2 more
Kay
years, you.
Faraday, this is your first warning. First warning for Kay Faraday.
Up. Not for 2 more years, you.
Don't you dare.
I better beat him first. Or her. Or them. Indeed, an act so shameless it puts even the great thieves to shame.
Physical contact is so very important as a form of expression for our little family.
I can't get over the fox with the spread arms.
Yeah.
Everyone in this lovely home will tell you as much.
I love this character already with all my heart.
I think she's one of the best names that we got. Like, top tier.
Hey, if anyone else is hip to that, I can be hip to that too. Sure.
Fifi Lagarde, by the way. Warden of this charming abode.
That is
Is
a
it-
good name.
There's your answer, Lemming. She's
That's
the
a
warden.
Great name.
Yep, called it.
You may call me Fifi, of course.
So, she's the warden of the entire detention center and prison facility, is she? A pleasure to meet you, Miss Lagarde. Miles Edgeworth. I'm an associate with Mr. Fender's practice. I hope you don't mind me asking, but were you here in the prison yesterday?
Oh, don't be silly, darling. Of course I was. Yesterday was a very important day, after all.
Important in what way exactly? A big meeting of some kind, perhaps?
A meeting? Oh, heavens, no! I couldn't think of anything worse. No. Yesterday, the circus came to visit.
Oh, fun.
Oh, it was a simply spectacular event, featuring some terrifically talented animals. Anyone who was anyone, they simply had to be there. If you were here at home, you were watching the show with me. The performer set up a special stage in the yard just for us. We are one very lucky family, n'est-ce pas?
So she was at the circus performance for the inmates yesterday morning.
I'm so glad I didn't pick up a French character.
Mr.
I
Casaretto
think it
mentioned...
doesn't count.
Yeah. Mr. Casaretto mentioned a show yesterday as well. He must have been talking about the same thing.
Can't speak French.
What time did this show take place?
From around 8 until 10, maybe? Yeah, something like that.
Oh, look at the little smile on the fox. So cute.
Yeah.
Meaning it finished right around when the body was discovered.
Is it a fox or is it more like a ferret with just like a really pointy nose?
No, it's a fox.
It's a long
Okay.
fox.
Yeah.
And-
It's,
Long boy.
it's an Arctic fox.
And by dint of having attended the show, she has a reasonably solid alibi.
Oh, would you look at the time? I'm sorry, darlings, but I really must dash. Feel free to explore our home, Mikasa Sukasa and all that. Ciao for now.
Also, usually when fancy ladies wore those scarves, it was usually made of fox fur, so I'm pretty sure it's a
Yeah.
fox.
Yeah.
Well, what now, Mr. Edgeworth?
Right now I'm thinking of Portsmouth's here somewhere. Sorry, the person who found the body screamed, and that scream was heard by one inmate that we know of.
Oh,
Therefore, our first task is to question this inmate and see where his information will take us next.
Can we
I'm
talk
not
to the
sure
parrot,
if you
though?
should have mentioned Jacques Portsman because it just gave me an idea.
Oh God!
We cannot talk
It
to the
depends.
parrot.
It depends what happens, but if it goes that way, I might have an idea.
About the person who found the body, do you happen to know where he is right now?
Should be in one of the workshops, I guess. Usually is at this hour. Kitty.
Then it seems the workshops are our next port of call.
You can't present me with a cat and not assume that I don't react to that. Look, kitty.
Hold on.
can't
You
put-
were able
you
to
also-
talk to the pig, though.
I know, we're going to
You
do
also
that in a
can't put one
second.
of those on the screen. You can't put one of those on the screen and not expect me to go monkey.
Okay.
Monkey.
Do you have a moment? We have a few questions for you.
I'm gonna assume this is a different guard and pass it to somebody else.
Missed.
Who's a good girl?
Yeah.
Missed.
Oh, who's a good girl? Yes, you are. You're just perfect.
Perfect.
She really is. She's beautiful.
Ahem!
Meow.
He's finally noticed me, I think. I was wondering,
What's her name?
It's Wacky, ma'am. She's my little friend.
yes, right, as you were then. What I need are answers, not clawful puns.
Then don't get involved with them as well. Bunny.
Why is there a rabbit just... I nearly tripped over it.
Isn't this great, Mr. Edgeworth? It's like being at the zoo,
Also, how the
which
fuck
I
do you
am
trip
currently
over?
banned from.
How the fuck do you trip over a bunny?
Except it's the
Not
humans.
easily.
Except it's the humans, not the animals, who live in captivity here.
No one would mind if I took one home with me, would they? Right?
If by home you mean behind bars, then no, I suppose not.
And anyway,
Can you
it's
joke to
lining
the
up-
monkey?
It's lining up another career path in the future as a certain magician's party piece for her trick.
Look, Mr. Edgeworth, it's a monkey mountain.
Not something I ever expected to see in a prison, I must say.
Doesn't it look like fun?
Okay, no.
Not in the least. And while we're on the subject, you are not, under any circumstances, to climb on that structure. Do I make myself perfectly transparent to you?
But you're not a parent. But I am sure the monkey's boss.
Yes, he is. He has your adoption papers.
Please, Kay, you really don't.
In that way, he is a transparent. Hello,
Yeah.
this is my non-binary K agenda.
It's a mini pig, I believe. Though not for eating, I hope.
Isn't this great, Mr. Edgeworth? It's like being at the zoo. Do you know?
Yeah, and
So-
as I said before, it's like the humans are in prison, not the animals.
Yeah, well,
There's
I-
also still the
They
horse.
could have had different dialogue for that. Come on.
Can we talk to the
Yeah.
horse?
Talk to the horse.
horse,
Yeah.
pony.
We can talk
We
to the
need the-
parrot, which I'm
We
upset
need
about.
the answers straight
Nay.
from horse's mouth.
Nay.
They even have ponies. This one's only big enough to carry a small child.
And there we go again.
Yeah.
I'm
Nay.
upset we can't talk to Polly. That's annoying.
Is Kay small enough to ride this pony?
No.
No.
Would be unwise.
I can see the crime scene through the window in the store.
Mr. Edgeworth, you can't just shove your whole face in front of a window like that.
I
Yeah,
can and I
watch me.
will.
You have to do it more sneaky-like. Steal a few good looks while keeping an eye out for your enemies.
He's not a rogue class.
I am not a criminal, Kay, so I should have to behave like one.
Because you're rolling with me. Yeesh. I was just trying to teach you my special sneak peek technique.
Well, I have no need for any such technique, thank you very much.
For now, at least.
Hello? Anybody in there?
Nice track, you know, but this isn't the bathroom stall. Yo, you there! To help us out here, my good man.
Missed.
Yes, sir. Well, what can I do for you?
Is somebody using this workshop right now?
Yes, sir. One of the prisoners is in there, sir. Just confirmed it myself on the new time roll call.
We'd like to speak to this prisoner, if that's all right.
Sure, I'll go fetch him right now. Would be a sec. You just stay there, pretty beautiful. Yeah, it is.
Giddy.
Well, this one's all yours, Milesy boy.
Well, you don't have to moonwalk about it.
What? What? Why?
Wouldn't you like to know, Milesy boy? Let's just say I'd rather not roll the dice on someone I don't know, yeah?
Huh. And I thought grown-ups were all supposed to be strong and brave.
What kind of lies have you been told?
Oh.
Yeah, supposed to be, not are.
Good point, fair,
Oh.
fair.
You're not looking so brave yourself right now, so let's call it even.
Come on, it can't be worse. It's not like it's the Wicked Witch of the Witness Stand or anything.
Uh-oh.
Here they come.
Oh god.
Oh, God,
Yeah.
Oh, it's this guy.
is it Frank
It's a
Soy?
very familiar
Yeah, it's Frank.
face.
It's Frank saw it.
Indeed. Frank saw it. I think I might be wrong, but I believe in the original translation, there's even a chance for Edgeworth to like do the original fan translation specifically. I think it's maybe one of the things where like if you mess up, because it doesn't make sense in that context. But like there's a chance for him to Edgeworth to say, "Mr. Sod," or should I say, "Mr. Did It?" But then you take damage because it doesn't make sense in that context.
Also, how does Edgeworth know it was Payne's case?
He doesn't. That's the thing. He literally never acknowledges it, and that's what makes this cameo so fucking good. Is because everyone in the audience knows exactly who this motherfucker is.
Yeah.
Nobody else does, though. Not even
Also,
Noshu.
He has a pink glove in just one of them.
Yeah. Also, can I make a suggestion for who should voice him?
Yes.
Yeah, I was hoping it would be you.
Hello? Hello? Yes, hello? I hear you wish to speak with me.
Not exactly the hardened criminal we were expecting, is he? My name is Miles Edgeworth. I'm a public prosecutor.
A prosecutor, you say?
Hold it! A defender, attorney-at-law.
What happened to being too scared to handle this?
Listen, sorry about my pal here. He has the weirdest ideas. Prosecutor, indeed. I'll be today. He's actually just an associate. Jeez, Miles, get a grip, will you?
He's right. I mustn't forget that I'm a defense attorney's assistant for the time being.
Ah, that explains it. I did think you looked a little different from the prosecutor I spoke with yesterday.
So he's already spoken to Winner. Would you mind answering a few questions?
No, of course not. I'd be delighted. The names saw it. Frank saw it.
The witness is all yours, my young Padawan.
Sure, have the intern do everything, why not?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Unpaid intern.
Of course.
Mr. Sawit, you are no doubt aware that a murder took place yesterday. Would you mind telling us where you were at the time the body was found?
Yes. I was in the workshop there, working, as one might expect.
What kind of work were you doing?
Well, I'm actually retraining at the moment. I'm hoping to become a stylist, you see.
Huh.
A pet stylist, that is. Yes, I've been studying hard and practicing every moment I can.
An unusual field of study fitting an unusual prison, I suppose.
And that's it. I certainly didn't see anything.
Interesting. I've barely asked him anything at all, and he's already sweating bullets.
It's almost like I'm the first case in a game somewhere. And so, yes, I'm afraid I won't be able to help you. Sorry.
It's
Hold
almost
it.
like my name betrays me.
No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Sawit, for this interview has only just begun.
Oh, no. Well, I mean, even if you were to ask me,
You know something, don't you?
that's.
Oh, this motherfucker's hiding something. I need to push him a little harder if I'm to get any answers.
Down the stairs.
Took me a second.
It's time for mind games.
Oh, no. My
The
worst type of game.
The first step is to analyze the situation. Let's look at our opponent here.
I didn't see anything. I really can't help you, I'm afraid. I am actually wringing my hands as I say this.
Something tells me he'd be a good poker player. It's hard to tell much at all from this face. And I don't think he'll be giving me much in the way of physical cues either. I'll have to rely solely on his words instead. That's the only way I'll know what's going on underneath. Alright, time to make my first move. Let's see who we're dealing with here. He's good at hiding his emotions, but everyone has a tell.
Mind chess. Commence.
That sounds familiar, that everyone has a tell.
Attention, mind chess players.
Tell me, what's your connection to this incident?
Which incident? The murder? Oh, well, it has nothing at all to do with me. Nothing.
Wait, so which incident has something to do with you?
Really?
I wouldn't dream of getting involved in anything as ghastly as that.
Said the man sentenced for murder.
Well, you see, how can I put this? Well, I like to think of myself as an upstanding citizen. A good person, if you will.
Forgive me, Mr. Sawhit, but under normal circumstances, good people do not tend to end up in prison.
That's...
So you do want to tell me what you know about the incident?
How many times do I have to tell you people? I don't know anything, I swear. Sorry, I don't know what more to say, but I can't help you.
My apologies, Mr. Sawhit, but considering that the incident occurred right here in the prison, I find it very hard to believe that you know nothing at all.
Oh, well, yes. I suppose I can see how it might seem unlikely, but it's true. If you're looking for the person who found the body, you'll have to look elsewhere.
Why do you think I'm looking for the person who found the body? I certainly never mentioned any such thing to you. Is it because you know something you're not telling me after all?
Ah! No! It's just... I just sense that's who you might be looking for, that's all. I'm simply a pet stylist in training. I don't know anything, truly.
There's no doubt about it now. This man is hiding something big. In which case,
You don't say.
let's find out what he did yesterday, the day of the incident.
I love the fact that that is something Edward says out loud.
Well, I think a lot of this is happening inside his mind, but sure. My opponent is very good at hiding his true feelings, but not for long. It's time to smash that mask of his and see what lurks behind that phony smile. Tell me about the day of the incident. If you really don't have anything to do with the murder, then you'll have nothing to hide, right?
Well, the day of the incident? Oh, gosh. I mean, so much happened.
I want to know what you were doing, Mr. Sawhit, in detail.
I had told you, I'm a pet stylist in training. And that's what I was doing yesterday. Training, specifically. I was giving the animals a trim.
You didn't notice any commotion at the time of the incident? I would imagine things were suddenly quite tumultuous around here.
Well, commotion, you say? No, not really. Maybe I heard someone, but...
You heard someone? Was this someone screaming by any chance? And don't try to tell me you don't remember. You continue to assert that you know nothing about the incident, Mr. Sawhit, but afraid I don't believe a word of it.
Ah! Yeah, no. I thought I heard someone yelling, but... I don't really remember.
The fact that you heard a scream at the time of the murder may prove to be a useful clue. I would do well to bear it in mind. Time of the day of the incident. If you really don't have anything to do with the murder, then you have nothing to hide, right?
The day of the incident? Oh, gosh. I mean, so much happened.
What was it like here in the prison yesterday morning?
I really don't remember. I don't have the best memory, I'm afraid.
Time to deploy my clue. You don't remember? Please. You literally just confirmed that you heard a scream.
Ah. Oh, but I might have been mistaken. The truth is, I really don't remember.
Your memory fails you yet again? How convenient. But I know you're lying, Mr. Sawhit.
How dare you talk to me like that? I mean, I'm not lying. Look, if you must know, when I'm working with the animals and I get in the zone, they're all I see.
Am I to understand you have something of a talent for animal grooming, then?
Well, my scissor technique could use a little work, but I'd say I'm quite good with the animals. They seem to like me. I'm especially good at calming them down when they get scared.
Scared? What exactly do they get? When exactly do they get scared?
Well, when people scream.
Surely it doesn't happen very often.
Well,
Really?
that's no. Thankfully, it doesn't.
Clearly, you've never seen a dog groomer trying to groom a husky.
A loud scream would certainly frighten the animals, wouldn't it? Why are you going to such lengths to deny having heard the scream? What is it you're hiding, Mr. Sawhit? Tell me.
Ah! I can assure you, I'm not hiding anything. I'll admit I really did hear someone scream. Ah! Like that. But I'm not hiding anything, I promise.
Mask is finally beginning to crack. Now to shatter it completely by asking about the scream itself in more detail. Time extension. I'm afraid you're about to learn a painful lesson, Mr. Sawhit. That hiding things from me never ends well for my opponent.
Oh, no. Does he have a gun?
When did you hear the scream?
Oh, wait. Now I remember. I forgot about the show. They put on a show for us prisoners around the time of the incident, you see. Yes, performing animals, if I remember rightly. That's where I was in the morning.
So now you wish to claim that you didn't hear a scream because you're at the show? You do realize that goes completely against everything you've told me so far.
And what are you going to do about it, huh? That is, my memory is patchy, as they say. The animal show really had to be seen to be believed.
It did it? It did it? Tell me, what kind of animals did you see?
Well, you see, there was a dragon and a phoenix and
A unicorn?
Let me think. A whale.
How the fuck?
Did you write this whale?
Enough of your lies. You were nowhere near the show, were you?
I believe the whale. Ah! Well, I seem to remember being there, but maybe I was, maybe I wasn't.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's clear Mr. Sawhit wasn't at the show. This feels like a vital clue.
Maybe $20 will refresh your memory.
Who did you hear screaming?
Wait, I just realized I made a mistake. When the accident when the incident happened, I was out in the yard. Yes. So, I didn't hear anyone screaming. No one at all.
Time to deploy my clue. How long are you planning to keep up these lies? I already know that you weren't at the show.
Yeah!
The game's up, Mr. Sawhit. It's high time you told me the truth. I demand to know about this scream now.
I can't tell you what I don't know. I didn't hear any scream. Not from the person who found the body.
How curious. Most people would assume that the scream had come from the victim. So then why do you think it came from the person who found the body,
Yeah, I made a mistake, that's all.
How, Mr. Sawhit? How did you know that it was the person that found the body who screamed?
Yes.
Because you're the victim.
Shall I tell
like
you?
that answer.
You knew because it was you who found the body. And the scream that was heard when the incident occurred didn't come from the victim. It came from you.
How did you? Ah! It's true, I admit it, but what gives you the right to treat people like this?
Checkmate.
This badge.
Mind
gun that we
chess.
found.
Checkmate.
Now that we've established that you were the one who found the body, Mr. Sawhit, I believe you have lost any standing you might have had to withhold your cooperation.
I did like during all of that mind chessing that every time you threw a piece that saw it, the toupee slightly feels like it's
Yeah.
coming off, referencing how he goes.
Yeah.
His breakdown. I like it.
Yeah. That was great.
All right, you
I-
win.
I regret a bit that we haven't followed those completely bonkers prompts like you were the victim, weren't you?
But sure, I'm sure I won't have anything useful to tell you. It probably isn't even the first time. It isn't even worth your time.
That's not for you to decide. By my hand, the truth will be revealed. Every decision I make is to ensure that end.
Hold it. Oh,
Except that's I can't see it. There we go. That's not exactly what we're here to do, is it?
What do you mean?
We're not trying to expose the truth. We're trying to save Simeon. That's what we do now, remember? We work to get our client out of trouble. Not as a prosecutor, but as a defense attorney's assistant.
Hmm.
what the K-Meister said. You need to listen to the kid more, you know.
Thank you. Yeah.
A client has requested the services of Edgeworth and Co. And as your old man always said, a relationship with your client comes before everything else. If you think Mr. Saint's well-being is taking a backseat, some quest for the truth, well, let's just say I don't like to fire people, so I need you to fight against your instincts a bit harder, yeah?
This will take some getting used to. In any case, the importance of this matter and assessment remains unchanged. Therefore, Mr. Soit, and I'm asking once more, what happened when you found the body?
You still have the voicemail echo, Al.
I'm after justice, damn it.
And there's a beautiful acoustics in that prison.
What did Apollo do to you?
Finding the corpse.
I was in that workshop. There by myself. Practicing what I'd learned. I don't remember how, but I found myself in front of the door to the other workshop. I happened to peek through the little window, and then I saw him laying there. A man, not moving, dead!
Written
I
just
quailed
like
in
his
fright.
previous testimony.
And found myself screaming in sheer terror.
Let me get this straight. The room you're in is next to the one where the corpse was found.
That's right. I was in workshop B.
And you were there the whole day?
Yes, from the 7 a.m. roll call onwards. There are 3 roll calls a day, you see. 7 a.m., noon, and 9 p.m.
And they check who's in the workshops during roll call, correct?
That's right. I don't like how they're not evenly spaced, but what are you going to do?
There's a suspiciously wide window between noon and 9 p.m.
Exactly.
And also between 7 and noon.
Nothing was.
Between 7. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, nothing was reported to be amiss at 7 a.m. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah.
No, what I mean, look, there is 5-hour window between the roll call at 7 a.m. and noon. And then there's like 9-hour window. So almost double that. Between
But
the
both
next
are way too
window.
big of windows.
Oh, totally.
Which, God?
I'm just guessing the guards might be like walking around anyway.
Which means that Knight's body wasn't in the workshop yet at that point in time. Prison roll call data jotted down on my organizer.
Guess that means the murder took place after 7 a.m.
Which puts it right around the time that the show was happening.
Ah, yes, the show. I remember the other prisoners going to see it.
And therefore, anybody who wasn't at the show has no alibi. Would that be a fair assessment, Mr. Sawhill?
I guess so, but I only found the body, I swear.
There's a clear contradiction in Mr. Sawhill's testimony. Rooting it out should be my first priority. Anyone guess what what it is?
In
I
front
think
of
I
the
know.
door to the other workshop. Because how could he get in there?
You found yourself there? Really?
That's right. And then I found myself peeking through the little window in the door.
Why did you think to do that?
Gosh, I don't know. I just found myself doing it, really.
You clearly weren't concentrating on your work then.
Crunch time?
There's a bit of crunch.
Stop. Crunch time.
No, that's not true. I am a model prisoner. It's just all the other prisoners had gone to watch the show. I guess I was, well, kind of lonely.
Like being stuck at home after everybody else, stuck at school after everybody else has gone home, huh?
Yes, exactly. Like that. Anyway, I found myself in front of the doors to the other workshop, and
Objection! Enough of these pathetic lies, Mr. Sawhit. I'm afraid you've rather lost sight of what you are.
What I am? I know precisely what I am. I'm a former newspaper salesman who's training to be a pet stylist.
Hold it! But that's not all you are, is it? Or did you forget the bracelets you wear around your wrist? A bracelet that marks you as a prisoner, and therefore unable to move around as you please. As we both know, stepping outside that door would have sounded an alarm.
Well, that's...
But there's no way you could have looked into the other workshop without leaving the room you're in.
Ah!
Oh, we stylishly done, Edgeru.
But doesn't this mean that Mr. Sawt couldn't have found the body then?
A good question, Kay. Perhaps Mr. Sawhit himself can explain.
So, actually, I may have forgotten to mention one very important detail. Sorry about that. I can explain exactly how I was able to see the body if you like.
And we'll get to his testimony after a break.
Yes.
Also, I just rolled a nat 20.
Nice. We'll be right back, everyone. Don't go anywhere. Steve Voices will continue on the second half very shortly.
See you soon.
Like it's good that we're doing that because it gets us, in the comedy drift.
Yeah, we do.
Um,
We do. Change. We do improv when we come back. And my game's gone out of control. Yeah, so we're going to continue with this part of Steve Voices for the next hour and 15 minutes. So let's go. You already read the line, didn't you, Lemmy?
Uh-huh.
All right, let's do this. By all means, go ahead.
Wait, what does his apron actually say? Bow wow something?
By wow, the
it's on the wiki. Hang on.
Is that the Tasmanian
It is some sort of
tiger?
it's some Latin animal words.
Yeah. I think it's like a
Latin
family of
genus.
ferrets or something.
Finally the court.
Thalassinists?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, thylacines. Also known as a Tasmanian tiger or Tasmanian wolf.
Heck, yeah, I knew it.
Carnivorous marsupial native to the Australian mainland and the islands of Tasmania and New Guinea.
All right. Finally the courts, part 2.
There's a little trick we prisoners know about, you see. As long as you leave your bracelets inside the door, you can lean out without triggering the alarm. That's how I was able to peek through the window and into the workshop next door.
That's some
Ow!
That's some contortionist
What kind
bullshit.
of neck do you have, sir?
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think your arm is that long, sir.
Inside, I spotted the victim's dead body, which made me scream in fright.
So he's saying he was able to take a look next door because he had kept his arms inside workshop B as he leaned out.
Please don't tell anyone about our little trick, especially not the guards. Please?
That seems unlikely.
Is this it? Is this all he was hiding? I'd better dig a little deeper into his testimony, just in case. I want you better fish me that JCB.
There's a little trick we prisoners know about, you see.
Hold it! Why did you make so much an effort just to take a look?
Well, you see, I heard noises coming from next door. And that room was supposed to be empty, so I thought it was strange.
And you went to look as soon as you heard these noises?
Yes, of course. I had to see what was going on, so I
Okay.
went right away.
I figured it out. I pulled up the wiki. So it says the animal design is Bow Wow Thylanicus, Thylacinus. I'll copy paste it. I might be reading that wrong. But it's the same as something in a later case. And also he was, I had forgotten, but it was the series' 10th anniversary when Investigations 2 came out. So that's why he is in this case at all.
Oh.
Because as it says in the wiki, longtime fans would associate him with the series. They sure would.
Oh, yeah. You read the line, didn't you, Lemming?
Yes.
Okay. I see. Are there any problems with what Mr. Sawyer just said?
I'm not breaking character.
You claim that you looked into the next room as soon as you heard some noise. If that's the case, you must have seen more than just a dead body. Because the person who made the noises should have been in there too.
That's...
You've got him you've got him quaking in his boots, Mr. Edgeworth.
Mr. Sawyer, tell us the truth about what you saw. You do, of course, have the right to remain silent, but it will do little to dispel the notion that you were somehow involved in this crime.
I'm sorry. I did see something else, but it's too insane to believe. I already thought I might have dreamt it. That's why I wasn't sure if I should mention it or not.
Just tell us what you saw.
All right. It was that dog. And what I saw is the stuff of nightmares. Have you ever seen John Carpenter's The Thing?
Oh no.
But
Oh
you-
god, that's so much
Are you-
worse.
Are you telling us that the dog's head sprouted spider legs and ran across the floor?
I hope
That's
not.
enough. That huge black dog had sunk its terrible teeth into the victim's throat.
What did you just say?
No. It was hellish. Utterly hellish. And now I've told you, the dog, this beast, that awful beast that killed him, will come after me.
Oh, suddenly I don't feel so good.
Jeepers creepers, that's awful. Talk about traumatizing.
It was dreadful. Horrible. Now you know why I couldn't help but scream.
So, there's a man-eating dog in the prison's animal population, is there? Someone call the X-Files.
And that really is everything. I promise. You believe me, don't you?
For now. This one seems far too far-fetched a lie, even for you. I'd like you to append what you just said and told us to your testimony, if you don't mind.
Very well. Inside, I spotted the victim's body, which made me scream in fright.
Hold it. How much do you remember about the man you saw?
Oh, I remember everything. Let's see. He had blonde hair. His neck was covered in blood because he was...
Dead, yes, we know that, Mr. Sawyer. Thank you very much.
I'm just telling you what I saw. I thought you attorneys were obsessed with the little details.
There's some serious venom behind those words.
No shit.
Something tells me he may not have had the best experience with defense attorneys in the past.
Why don't you ask your best friend about him later?
I also saw
No,
that black
Larry's his
dog.
best friend.
His mouth clamped
That's
tight
actually-
around the man's throat.
Sorry, I
Go
did
on.
that correction partially because it is actually a canon exchange. I think it might be in Investigations 1, but I think it might actually be possibly in this game. I don't remember exactly when it is, but it is a canon exchange where both Edgeworth and Larry call each other best friends, which is really cute. I think, because they should be friends. And also, it's very, adorable of Edgeworth to not have many other friends than, the childhood ones he made long ago. Like me too, dude.
You're sure this black dog was biting the victim's throat?
Yes, there was blood everywhere. The beast's mouth was dripping with it, and
Whoa. Spare us the gory details, will you?
What about the victim? Was he...
Eek! Don't say it. Don't say it. Do you really need to ask him that, Mr. Edgeworth?
Okay, what was that punch for? I'm on your side here.
he wasn't moving at all. He was just lying there.
Meaning he was already dead.
There was so much blood, just oozing from his neck. Oh, he was dead as a doornail. I'm sure of that. Not even a twitch of a finger. Just lifeless.
Enough already. When do you have to go to every little detail like that? Who hurt you?
To give you a nice and accurate testimony. That is what you want, isn't it? Shall I add what I've said to my testimony, Mr. Edgeworth?
Please
About the
do.
blood. Yes, it was awful, I tell you. Terrible. So much blood. Oh, he was dead as a doornail, I'm sure of that. Not even a twitch of the finger, just lifeless. I remember seeing his ring gleaming as it caught the light. It featured a snowflake motif in relief.
Yeah, we have something for that, don't we?
His ring either is covered or it's not there.
Yeah.
It's just covered up, which would mean they'd have to move the top or like interfere in it in some way.
Objection! A ring with a snowflake relief.
Yes, I saw it clear as day. It was carved in such fine detail.
Interesting. Your testimony is certainly very accurate. In fact, I'd say it's just a little too accurate.
And? What's wrong with being too accurate?
I mean this. You testified to having seen a ring with a snowflake design on it. And while the victim did indeed have a ring on his finger...
See? Exactly as I said.
There is no way you could have seen it. Take a look at this photograph. As you can see, the victim's right hand was covered by a tarp. It would have been impossible to see his ring, let alone what design was on it. Unless, that is, you approached the body and removed the sheet. You told us earlier you only took a look through the window and the door. Yet you seem to have seen quite a lot from such a disadvantaged location, Mr. Sawhit.
Who the heck do you think you are, huh? Mr. Big Shot, asking like you know it all. I mean, I saw what I saw. I swear. Oh, I know. The man's arm. It must have moved into the top after I peeked in.
Objection! Nonsense.
You
already told us that can't have been the case.
He was lifeless, not moving at all.
Hang on, I got a button for this. He wasn't moving at all. He was just lying there.
Meaning he was already dead. You said it yourself that the victim was already dead, and dead men don't move, do they?
Should we have a double echo whenever a character thinks in retrospect?
No.
No.
Oui, is that a déjà vu de desperation smell?
What are you hiding, Mr. Zoit? Tell us.
No, you're wrong. I know what I saw. Yeah! Eat this!
Ah,
Now you have the full defense attorney experience, Edgeworth.
You couldn't let it go, could you? Had to keep poking and prodding. You slimy, two-bit associate attorney!
it seems the real Mr. Zoit has finally revealed himself.
Whoa, that's quite a rug he was rocking. Came straight at you like some kind of flying black cat.
Look, I'm just a sweet, innocent witness here.
But are you really? Because I must say, I have doubts. Very serious doubts.
What's that supposed to mean?
You saw something that should have been impossible to see from outside the workshop. So, how did you do it? That's simple. Mr. Zoit, this is where you were standing when you saw the body. Take that! You were in the same room as the body. That's the only way you could have seen the relief on the ring.
Ha! Ha ha ha! Say what you want, but you don't have a shred of evidence, do you? Nothing to prove I was in the room with the body anyway. You can't prove it, can you? Because I was in the next room over. Minding my own business and looking after the animals. Why else would I have signed out a pair of rubber gloves? For fun? Now put up or shut up. I want to see the evidence that proves I was in that room with the body.
If the glove fits, you'll eat your shit.
Remind Mrs. Zoit, what were you doing when you discovered the body?
How many times do I was practicing my pet styling techniques.
Of course. Then perhaps this rubber glove might mean something to you.
That's...
This glove was found by the victim's body. I believe it was dropped by the killer. And I can't help but notice that you have a similar glove tucked into your apron.
No, this one's different.
Hold it! Yes, that one does seem awfully lonely, doesn't it?
Hold it! It's just a rubber glove. There are hundreds of them, all over the prison. This doesn't prove anything.
Objection! Not yet, perhaps. But if I were to ask the police to check the glove prints, I have a feeling the results would be rather fascinating. It's over.
Objection!
What the?
That was a pretty rad objection, am I right?
Oh, please, Fender, now is not the time for tomfoolery.
But I have a legit objection, because this isn't over. There's something that still doesn't make sense. I mean, he is a prisoner, right? And he's got one of those bracelet doohickeys on. Yeah, why did it not activate that night?
That's true. How could he have left his workshop in the first place?
I mean, he could have left following an animal, but the alarm would have blared anyway.
Yeah. His bracelet would have triggered the alarm if he tried.
You cut out.
Oh dear, my apologies. Right. Right, we don't have a good explanation for that yet.
Well, anything you'd like to share, good buddy? We're all friends here.
Ah,
That's weird. You should be clinging onto that bracelet like a big round lightsaber it is.
In what way?
As in, it's the best hope our wig-flinging friend here has for getting that off the hook for murder.
May I indulge myself for just a minute?
Of course, go for it.
I want to try something.
Sure.
A man, he's a prisoner, right? He's got one of those bracelet doohickeys on. Well, anything you'd like to share, good buddy? We're all friends here. Well, that's weird. You should be clinging to that bracelet like the big round lifesaver that it is. As in, it's the best hope for our wig-flinging friend here for getting off the hook for murder.
I'm not doing that.
I'm
'cause
indulged.
I'm gonna offend a whole group of people if I try that.
That's just the Welsh.
Sorry,
They
I
have the most
self-indulgent.
kick-ass flag of all time. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, and self-indulgent. It was great. Thank you.
It
for-
was-
thank
it
you
was
for
amazing,
Indulging
yeah.
us, and indulging us too.
Yes, thank you. It was hilarious. Sorry, can't get into a crime scene with a bracelet on. If it was me, I'd be arguing that for my life. And yet he hasn't said a peep about it.
That is weird. Yeah.
I wonder what that might be, The sound of silence. I suppose Miss Law Princess did preach the silence golden yesterday too.
That is a really good
Yes,
song,
you
though.
know it.
What? Whoa! You sounded like an actual attorney there for a second, Mr. Fender.
Because he is one.
Way to handle backhanded compliments, Kay. The worst of times are when the lawyer calmly show our biggest smiles.
Calmly?
Oh.
Gregory told me that. And then he taught me as well. And she taught your boyfriend. It was part of the attorney's code he lived by. So, friend, what's the dealio? Why so coy about a bracelet?
ah. Well, to tell you the truth, it's broken.
Broken?
I fell over a little while back, you see, and hit it on the floor. After that, it didn't seem to set the sensors up anymore. I should have told the guards about it, I know, but, well, it was awfully convenient.
I see. So your bracelet is broken. But do they really break that easily? If so, this prison has a serious security problem.
Yes, you'd think there'd be some sort of anti-tamper mechanism where if it breaks, it would tell the guards. But there you are.
You there, could we have a moment?
You just the cutest.
Ahem.
Meow! How can I help you, sir?
Leave the cat alone.
Has
This
he got cat ears under that hat?
This prisoner's bracelet appears to be broken.
But what? Really? Oh, that's not good. I'll get someone to find a replacement right away.
Thank you. We'll keep hold of the broken one for the time being. This is its bracelet data jotted down in my organizer.
I love the fact that it has a face on it.
Well, of course, sir. I trust you'll take good care of it.
It has
We have a name for
face
this
on
guard.
it.
His name is Officer Katzen.
Aw.
Oh. Yeah, look at the bracelet in the court record. It has a face on it.
His
So it
guard
does.
picture states. His guard picture states, Oh, I was quite a feisty feline, I was.
This.
Hmm.
I have no mouth and I must scream.
It's alive, I guess.
I want to get into workshop. I want to get into workshop B. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I can't let you do that.
I'm sorry, Dave.
When those experiments are over, you will be missed.
I'm different.
Please wait for your cake.
Sweet, Bristle sorted. Now to turn our murderer in, yeah?
What? No, I didn't kill anybody.
Whoa there, Palio! You were the one who said your bracelet was out of commission. Or were there any other inmates freely roaming the halls while everybody was busy watching the show?
No, I just found the body, that's all. I promise. And when I did, that enormous dog still had his mouth wrapped around the poor man's neck. I only went into the workshop after the beast had left. I didn't want to be munched on too.
And why did you go in?
For the ring, of course.
Well, oh, fine. I wanted to go through his pockets, okay?
He was going to rob the corpse? That explains why he remembers Knight's ring in so much detail.
I mean, the cops wouldn't fight back, so you're going to rob someone.
Yeah, but why are you going to hide that ring in prison? No, don't tell me, I just realized.
No comment, Your Honor.
Hey, why are you looking at me like that? I'm a great thief. I never stoop so low as to steal from a...
Well, I didn't steal anything either. The show ended just after I had entered the room. And all the other inmates came trickling downstairs thereafter. I panicked, rushed back to the other workshop, and started my fake screaming.
And dropped the glove in your haste, huh?
A glove updated an organizer.
We don't have autopsy reports, so at least we can update the evidence. I guess this all just about hangs together. Anything smell funky to you, Miles?
Other than whether Mr. Sawyer is the one who did it, I'd say one very significant question still remains. The question of how Knight made it into the prison proper from his holding cell in the detention center.
Ooh, yeah. That was a doozy.
I also can't help but wonder about another key feature of Mrs. Hoyt's testimony. That dog's involvement can only mean one thing. Mr. Sawhit,
Yes? What is it?
were you the only prisoner who didn't go to watch the show?
Well, no. There was one other who didn't.
Am I right in thinking that this person couldn't have watched the show even if he wanted to?
Yes. How did you...
I knew it. I had my suspicions when we first ran into that black dog yesterday, but this confirms it. For a criminal that dangerous to end up in a place like this is unbelievable, but where is this person's cell?
You're going to see him?
Who are we talking about here?
Him! He's not like the other prisoners, you know. He's special. Gets treated like royalty. But you didn't hear that from me. All I'll say is if you value your life, you'll stay well away from him.
What? Will you please stop trying to scare us all the time?
Is he gonna be another blast from the past, I wonder? The big cheese, huh? Well, I for one definitely value my life, so that sucks.
They keep him in maximum security. Which is, over there. Point.
Maximum security. Well, that's certainly one way of treating someone differently. Building layout data updated in my organizer.
Oh, right. Quit being so mysterious and tell us who he is already.
Let's just say he's highly skilled when it comes to people's lives. Better than anyone, in fact. And, that's all I'm prepared to say on the subject. In fact, I may already have said too much. I'm going back to my cell and locking it forever.
Well, Mousy, anything you care to share? Or are you going to leave Kay and I in the dark here too?
The mystery man in maximum security is an old acquaintance. Let's go pay him a visit. I suspect we'll find our dark canine friend there too.
I know who I want it to be. I also know that's not going to be the person in there.
R28, 12:41 p.m. Prison, maximum security.
Have fun down there.
Wow, it's pitch black in there. I can't see a thing.
But didn't you say that the Yatagratsu takes flight even in the dead of night or something?
Even in the depths of night, when no other bird dares to take flight, one alone soars to shine the light of truth, righteousness on the world's blight. And that one is me, for I am the great thief, Yatagarasu.
Whoa! You are one powerful performer.
Thanks, but that doesn't help me see in the dark. I'm a human, not an actual three-legged raven. Despite what my persona is. Eek!
Woof. Woof, 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 woof.
Goodbye.
Okay.
Shall I
Okay.
take it? I haven't done anything in this episode much.
If
At
you wish.
least for now, I know that this character, like, it's gonna be a difficult thing to swing for longer. So when we get more introduced to what's going on, and we don't think it's just the dog talking to us,
Ah, Mr.
we'll probably
Edgeworth.
recap. But
That voice. I knew it.
It has been far too long.
You remember me?
you remember me, Cerberus?
I could hardly forget now, could I, after all? You are the one who put me away.
Mr. Edgeworth? Are you talking to that dog?
What the dog doing? Hey, yo, what the dog doing?
Or is there someone else in there? I still can't see a dang thing.
Oh, but I'm forgetting myself. Forgive me, I do not often receive visitors. One moment, I will turn on the light. Wow, you're creepy.
He's fucking terrifying.
Oh.
Wow.
I love
Got
that.
xenomorphed by that skull.
He's the boss.
Yeah.
He is the boss.
His fan translation name I think is interesting, but I will not explain further because we have to actually learn more about who the hell he is before I can explain why it's interesting.
Should I just
But
keep
yeah.
the character then?
At least for now, at least until we get his name, I think. But it would be drifting combat at a later point.
Well, at that point,
so
I can
it's
toss him over to
problem.
someone else. It's fine.
Yeah,
mean, I
because
would love-
at least for this scene, definitely 100%.
Although I would love to see like an anime, like a shonen anime drifting X drifting.
You are a heavy-footed lot. Am I right in thinking there are 3 of you in all? Very well. Perhaps we should start by introducing ourselves. I am Bodhimara Cunnings.
Okay, I need to thank you for pausing on that because I need to write that down. That's not as easy as the one it was before. Bodhidharma Canis. So it's a similarly structured name as the original fan translation, because fan translation had his name as Sirhan Dogan, or Dogan. But the joke, obviously, of dog last name is preserved, and first name being clearly not Japanifornian, is also preserved. I don't know. I think there's probably some joke about harm.
Body harm.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh,
body
well,
harm.
it took me a
harm,
second.
yeah.
It took me too long. I hate it. I hate this. No, I don't. But
I hate this game, but I love it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
also Bodhidharma is a legendary Indian Chinese monk.
That's super cool. So, but the first name of the previous version, Serhan, I think is really neat. But I need to keep going because I don't think I can explain further. I don't think I can explain further just yet. Sorry.
So,
Just in case.
to avoid drifting on drifting combat,
Yes.
who wishes to take Bodhidharma Canis? I will.
I'm thinking I probably should, but I don't want to yeah.
You're welcome to.
Is Eddie talking to him at all?
Eddie talks to him not a ton. There's specifically like a big scene where it's drifting and drifting where it would be drifting and drifting combat, which is why I'm like
But
very
I don't
much
think
like,
that would be
I'm
right
so
now,
sorry.
right?
It's not right now. It's not till later on.
Miss?
I have a voice in mind, but obviously if Kay wants to, then I'm happy.
I'm willing. Well, that would also result in fight, like doubling up, specifically like in a really important moment. Is if I'm remembering correctly. So I well, I support all these, but I'm just worried,
Yeah, it's okay.
Good.
But and I'm not saying I want him necessarily. It's just that I think like doing the math of like who's talking as much, who's not, it would be wisest. But I don't know. I don't want.
I think it also challenged UK. So
yeah, that's the
Go
other
for
thing
it.
is like I haven't done a smooth talking villain in a while. Smooth jazz body armor mechanics.
the softly spoken assassin.
Yes. Yeah. I don't think we had said if he was an assassin yet, but now that you have, I can mention that Sirhan, I believe, is who shot the original Robert Kennedy, or shot at him. But that is the name of an assassin. That the linking factor there, which I only know because of the musical Assassins. The whole bit of yes, of course, Sirhan, and then there's a yeehaw, and it's James Earl Ray. Anyway, I am Bodhidharma Canis. Oh my god, wait, he might be Chinese. I just realized. Going through all 12 stages of grief right now. I invented 7 more. Sorry.
I don't think so, because you look at the statue in the background, it doesn't. It would be the Holy Mother. That doesn't look like a Holy Mother-like statue, so I don't think it would be.
Oh, probably not. I'm.
You know,
mainly
he
making
reminds me
reference
of.
to, like his, because there's like similar aspects in the music and the bracelet that he's holding right there. But yeah, sorry. Go ahead, Miss.
He reminds, like, just from the music and the tone and the expression, he reminds me of the peddler from Aladdin.
Oh yeah, who's
That's
also
the
Robin
con-
Williams.
Yeah.
Well,
Salam and good
reminds me
evening
of-
to you, worthy
Thanks.
friend.
Thanks to his name and various other aspects, he's just straight up Chinese Buddhist.
Yeah. But he reminds
That does
me
make sense.
of the Vulture from Marvel Comics.
That's it.
That's another good pull.
Another good point, yeah.
All right, Kay, take it away.
Okay. As you may have gathered, Mr. Edgeworth and I are old acquaintances. I do love it, the fan translation managed to get that right, and it seems and the fact that it's also in this version leads me to believe that, and I'm so fucking stoked about it. Like hell yeah. Sorry. Oh, okay.
Canis was a notorious assassin. Some knew him as the Blind Butcher. His only weapons were a vicious hunting hound and a fearsomely sharp knife. His appearance was always announced by the sound of bells, the last sound his victim would ever hear.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, am I to guess why you've come to see me?
You know why I'm here. In fact, I'm willing to bet you know every detail of this sordid little affair already.
Then I suppose we have nothing to hide from one another.
Aww.
Your faithful canine friend is currently the chief suspect in a murder investigation. The person who found the body saw a dog with its mouth around the victim's throat.
Your witness is mistaken. Helmut is a gentle soul. He is my eyes and nothing more. Helmut is a fascinating name choice in this context.
Yeah.
I mean, I've just off the top, it's just like hell mutt. Mutt is another word for dog, so hellhound.
Yeah. But it's also like
it's also a German
name. Yeah. It is absurd to think you would do such a thing. Isn't it, boy? Aren't you such a good murder dog? Yes, you are. Yes, it is. You're a good boy, aren't you?
Elmer is more than a mere seeing-eyed dog, and he's certainly no good boy. He's also a trained killer.
Somebody who's more familiar with dog breeds can correct me, but is it meant to be like a mastiff of some kind?
That or a cane corso.
I'm not totally sure. I am going to look, however, because I haven't had him pulled up yet. Since like the names were updated. Yeah.
I just like curiosity.
Yeah.
A weapon once used in this man's sordid trade.
It looks like a cane corso to me.
Yeah. I think you're right.
I'm checking.
That's what I do, Your Honor. I know bird breeds, dog breeds, and cat breeds.
Ah, okay. So, also his name in Japanese is Kuro, which is just black.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah. So it says. So what it says here is he may be intended to be a Tosa, which are known as Japanese mastiffs. It just all that it says on the wiki is that, but it might be both things. Yeah. So like he could even be a mix.
That's the fun thing about dogs. You can make them anything because you can mix every one of them with another one.
Yeah. I also wanted to say that his name in the original translation was Anubis. And in the fan translation was Anubis. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Also,
it's like, murder dog.
Also,
yeah.
I will post a Tosa Inu in the bench.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
They do look very similar, though.
Yeah.
And his also, according to the timeline, he's like 18, which is wild. I will not explain why, because like there's more details around that which are elaborated on. But like, damn, what a good boy! Even though he do a murder.
Does look like a very senior. They are both very senior assassins.
You want to know something funny though? A cane corso is an Italian dog, so that would make sense with like the boss motive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
May I try something?
Sure.
I'd like to try taking Canis temporarily.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
they get hot potato. I want to try my hand at doing two very different voices back to back.
Yeah.
Cool.
He can be the hot potato boy.
Okay.
He is even shaped like one a bit.
Thank you. This witness of yours is trustworthy, I assume.
Nice.
Sword is anything but trustworthy, and he's still very much a suspect himself. I can hardly claim that his testimony is beyond reproach. No, then. I thought as much. Yes, I did, Albert. Yes. It figures he already knew who our witness is. What were you doing between 8 and 10 a.m. yesterday morning, Mr. Canis? During the show, you mean? I was here, ensconced in these humble surroundings. I have developed a passion for wood carving. You see? An obsession even. I was engrossed in it all morning. And you have permission to engage in such a hobby? I can't believe someone would actually let you. The warden and I have an understanding. An understanding? That's ridiculous! This man shouldn't be allowed one, let alone 5 chisels. Nothing but lethal weapons in his hands. I was carving Buddhist pieces at first, but by the 674th, my interest had begun to wane.
Whoa, that must have taken forever.
Time is all I have, child. In any case, my focus has now shifted to pieces such as these. I didn't know you played chess.
We were just talking about Cerberus.
You play too, do you not, Prosecutor? Perhaps one day you might indulge me. Though you may find my game rather rudimentary, I only began after my arrival here, I'm afraid. What's that piece? A dog with 3 heads? I recall that being in chess. Ah, yes. The dogs of war. You must forgive my little joke. Chess is, after all, a game of war. Soldiers, knights, castles, all doing their utmost to protect the king. All loyal to the last. I have always thought it strange that such a game has no place for a dog. After all, what more loyal weapon could an army call upon, yes? Still, it's simply a piece I made for fun. Fear not, I play by the regular rules, and with regular pieces. I can't imagine it's easy finding opponents to play here in prison, though. Oh, I have my correspondent.
He's playing against Helmut.
He's a very good player and a good boy.
Scholar Alert is himself and is doing a Gerald's game again.
Correspondence chess? Then sharing moves by post? Yes. Even prisoners are allowed to send and receive letters. Their contents are inspected, of course. Although I have yet to receive the details of my current opponent's next move.
Oh my god. I feel... I want to make a prediction.
Go on.
His current opponent is Shelly the Killer, and they are exchanging secret messages through their
Whoa.
planned next moves.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Wow.
Dog chess piece data Dr. Jam organizer. Sounds like this current opponent isn't a resident here. Oh.
No, he stays. It's the parrot in the other cell. We're just not speaking terms.
That parrot know what it did. I suppose you know the identity of the deceased, Mr. Canis? His name was Bronco Knight, was it not? What a poor, unfortunate soul. He could give me legs, you know. You keep your ear to the ground? My ears are all I have, Mr. Edgeworth. Why am I not surprised that he's plugged into the prison's information network? But perhaps he was not so unfortunate after all. What do you mean? Mr. Knight's crime was a grave one. A crime for which he would have been made to pay dearly anyway. The attempted assassination of a president.
Wait, more than with his life? What do you mean?
That is no small matter. Attempted assassination?
Wait, Mr. Edgeworth, didn't Mr. Knight?
Yes. We proved that he murdered his team leader and that there was no attempt on the person's life. Could it be? Are they attempting to cover up President Wang's fake assassination scheme?
Whoa there, cowboy! You're saying the Bronxter didn't actually have a pop in the press? I was hired to defend him on a charge of attempted murder.
You mean you don't know what really happened? So what, they just blame the whole assassination thing on Mr. Knight?
It would explain why the committee was so keen to get involved.
Of course! They took you off the case to try to keep you away!
And swapped in a wiener kid to push through an attempted murder charge.
In other words, they're trying to cover up the truth.
So they really were trying to frame him. Huh? According to the guards, this night, was it? They tell me he was violently insistent that he had attempted no assassination. Which would have come out anyway when the case went to trial. Oh, I am no expert in legal matters, but allow me to say this one thing. I know for a certainty that he would not have been the first inmate imprisoned on false pretenses. Ah. An uncomfortable fact, but a fact nonetheless. Yes, how much? Yes.
Is he referring to himself, or is he being anachronistic regarding the Dark Age of Law that's not yet come?
He's probably referring to Edward's past a little bit.
Yeah.
A courtroom.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that was it. You got it already. You got it.
The courtroom is not always the bastion of truth you believe it to be, Mr. Edgeworth. No bastion of truth, huh? I've heard something to that effect before. Yes, a certain Interpol agent who doesn't have much faith in prosecutors. Oh my god, someone do Lang, honestly. If only Divot was here.
If only Devin were here.
I can try.
Actually, Lovey, didn't you do Lang in the final few cases?
You're not twisting the truth behind those closed courtroom doors too, are you?
Mr. Prosecutor.
Fueled by that kind of thinking, is it any wonder that the courts produce nothing but falsities and lies, Mr. Prosecutor? Sorry, but the truth doesn't need the likes of you to distort it today.
I do like lying.
I never was able to fully dispel his mistrust of prosecutors.
Even Helmut understands, don't you, Helmut? Yes, you do. The truths revealed in court and your deductions. It is dangerous to trust either implicitly.
Ah.
But I am not bitter. No, not at all. You are not the first to make me a subject of unfounded suspicions in recent days. In fact, I was visited by another prosecutor only yesterday. He was young. He was accompanied by a judge.
He was kind of stupid, but we love him.
I even dragged the warden along. A distaste for me lingering unspoken in the air.
Not those two again.
You come to me on my dog's wedding.
I love this. If I get to pick up Canis again, I'm definitely gonna be inspired by this. It's so fucking good. I'm getting chills.
I just wanted I thought old, gravelly, soft-spoken, but with a gravelly hint of danger in there.
Yeah.
I'm old.
It's all part of the
behind
appearance.
bars,
Yeah, he's old, he's
but I can
blind.
still kill you.
Who? Yeah, exactly. He's old, he's blind. His opponent's like, who? This guy's gonna kill me? Yes, he will. You know.
Yeah.
Fear the old man in the job
Yeah.
where they die young.
And he's been a blind assassin for decades, so yeah, he is extremely dangerous.
Prosecutor Winner and Judge Gavel.
They went over my cell with a fine-tooth comb, but they left empty-handed.
We ain't found shit.
We ain't found shit.
They were looking for the murder weapon, I believe, to no avail.
Like after went on to be in Star Trek.
But I mustn't take it personally. Rumor has it that they searched every cell in prison and still failed to find what they were looking for. I pray they weren't too disappointed.
But I still haven't found what I'm looking for.
Prison search data jotted down in my organizer.
That's a U2 song.
Also, I made a request in the chat.
I did.
He did.
I did. I gave the line. I'll do it again.
You come to me on my dog's wedding.
I must have not heard the original when you did it. Thank
Well, there
you
you
so
go.
much.
You got a double.
Yeah, thank you. Ha! Well, that posed more questions than it answered. What do we do now?
Sawyer's testimony is flimsy at best. I'll need more proper evidence if I want to take Canis on.
Well, I think that's quite enough chit-chat for one day. Helmut will show you out. Good boy, Helmut. Go on now. Sick 'em. Ah, he's not showing.
Oh, sorry.
That would be Fender.
Go.
Don't kill my lines. I know you're an assassin. he's not showing us out permanently, right?
That's for you to decide, attorney.
What's Eva's K's line?
Oop.
Let's get out of here. Come on.
Until next time, Mr. Canis.
It does pain me that our brief time must end, just as we were becoming reacquainted. I await your return, Mr. Edgeworth.
What did I tell you about March 28th, 1:12 p.m. prison corridor?
I abandon great faith, become monkey.
Now to go over the evidence I need to bolster my case.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth.
I told her to get down from there.
That's the best hiding spot she could find. It's all right, Kay. You can come down now. Where's Fender?
He ran off somewhere. I had no idea he could move that fast.
He's the Flash.
Fender, Fender, Fender.
So what do we do now?
Can't believe it took me nearly 3 sessions to realize Eddie Fender, a defender.
Yes.
Yeah.
You and I will continue the investigation. And I know just where to start.
Dun,
By,
dun,
s-
dun.
by solving that one particular mystery that's been dogging us this whole time.
Doggy. Ah!
Knight's body was found in one of the prison workshops, but he was presumably being detained in one of the detention center holding cells.
Fair point.
So, how did he wind up on the other side of those heavy security doors? Let's start by investigating the holding cells.
And Mr. Knight's room, right? But what about Fender?
I'm sure he'll find us when he's ready.
Oh, sure, but he's kind of our boss, isn't he? Oh well.
Don't act like it matters to you.
No, it doesn't, but I enjoyed getting to bully Mr. Edgeworth.
March 28th, 1:34 p.m. detention center corridor. The victim's cell is just over there.
Lead the way, Mr. Edgeworth.
Also, check out that mustache on number 3 up there.
Yeah. I mean,
Yes!
both of them have amazing mustaches.
Yeah.
The second kind of looks like either Mia or Lana.
Hmm.
It could be Mia, not Mia. It could be Lana because Lana was chief prosecutor for a while.
Yeah, and the fourth looks like Android 18.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who is this, do you think, Kay?
I think it is either. I think it is. I don't
Could
know.
that
I
be
have a.
Warden?
I feel like it might be the warden. I'm double checking. Hang on. Captive turn. It'll be a little bit, so let's keep going. But I'm gonna make sure I pull up the script so that I have it next time.
Okay, let's assume it's Laura.
I've just about had it.
Who's that?
Yes.
Good guess. Warden Lagarde. She ought to come from the corridor marked no entry.
He's still not talking, babe? Even with the evidence you borrowed from the precinct?
No. Oh, and I've tried so many times, I've lost count. Oh, what am I supposed to do? I can't send in a blank report.
Well, I guess a killer for hire was always going to be a tough nut to crack.
A killer for hire?
Oh!
I couldn't help but overhearing, Warden Lagarde, but were you just talking about Body Hamakadis?
My! You listening? How very gosh of you. A girl's privacy is her armor, you know.
Do you normally conduct interrogations of the man yourself?
Oh, it's not just him, darling. I try to have the occasional French people
Tete-a-tete.
Tete-a-tete.
Tete-a-tete with everyone, you see. That's what it means to be a member of the family in this little home of ours.
I think that means heart to heart, but I'm not entirely sure.
Wouldn't that be like cœur or something like that?
It might be face to face as well.
No, that probably makes sense. Yeah, face to face. Yeah.
There isn't a person who hasn't made the pilgrimage to my office at least once.
Your office?
How sweet. He's angling for an invite. Well, I suppose today it's the hottest ticket in town.
Man,
I've just checked and tete-a-tete means head to head.
Yeah, but
pretty much,
I guess
face to face.
yeah, and I guess the English would call it a heart to heart. Kind of.
Yeah.
Heart to heart, face to face. Yeah.
Fade to black.
The good old fashioned sit down.
But the memory remains.
It's down this corridor here, darling. But, FYI, I don't let just anybody wander in willy-nilly.
Let's see. That would put it right around here.
It's a wonderful room, if I do say so myself. All my guests rave about it.
Mm-hmm.
And who wouldn't want to view my fabulous garden and the yard? Oh la la.
Can I make
yard.
an observation?
Oh.
Sorry.
No, go nuts. We love you.
Where the warden's office is, there's a doorway connecting to that blue room, and then that room has a doorway connecting to the prison. Whose cell is that just underneath the prison, Eve?
Yeah. Does seem a bit weird, doesn't it?
Well, I was just referring to your Polly Parrot situation.
Yeah. I can say the parrot knows what it's done.
Poor parrot.
It knows what it's in for.
That
Christ.
is that like a very, very thick wall between the corridor and the blue and green part?
I would say yes.
Yeah. Probably a reinforced wall for good reason. Hey.
Oh, yes. Sorry. I was having so much fun listening, I forgot I had a role.
That's right.
You're on the right score.
The yard, if it's anything like the rest of the place, it's probably full of adorable animals, right? Can I see?
Building layout data updated in my organizer.
Oh, darling, it's so sweet of you to take an interest. But I'm afraid that's just not possible.
Why not?
Impossible. Because you're not a member of our home. If you want to see it that badly, you'll just have to get convicted for doing something unspeakable.
Just get into prison first.
That's a rather steep price to pay.
Is it?
Oh, just listen to me. And chattering away that there's no tomorrow. It's time for Alice's lunch brunch. The poor dear will be dying.
Ali?
Oh, the sweetest little dearie in all the world. I know I shouldn't have favorites, but you know how it is. Now, to the yard with me. Ciao for now, darlings. Au revoir.
Bye.
She's all coat.
Ghost!
What was that? I got. But what did you say, Lammy?
I said she walked through that vault door like it was nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Just
she
face
knows.
through.
That's what I am non-corporeal.
I wanted to ask her more about Canis, but she dominated that conversation from start to finish.
He has no clipping on.
Let's go investigate the victim's cell, shall we? March 28th, 1:43 p.m. Detention center, holding cell.
So this is Knight's cell.
When do you think he was brought in, Mr. Edgeworth?
It would have to be the evening of the 25th, just after the events at the lake.
And then, at some point, he wound up in the prison proper. But how? There must be some evidence here that will point us in the right direction.
All right, let's get looking, Mr. Edgeworth.
I mean, one
Begin
detail.
investigation.
Yes, Lammy?
One detail that has immediately popped out is the shaving mirror.
Hmm.
You can see a security
Begin.
camera in it.
Yeah.
Begin investigation,
Yeah.
Mr. Prosecutor.
Now, I would say let's do an investigation, but the thing is, we're going to investigate and then we're going to leave for a week. I think it's better for us to come
Yeah.
back after a week and then
Yes.
investigate, start from the beginning. So
I agree.
Yeah.
rather than take evidence and feel like, what did we find last week? Oh, yeah. And okay.
The nooks
Yeah.
and crannies are going to remain suspicious for a whole week.
Indeedy. So I want to thank, of course, everyone for joining us here tonight. The Scratching Post with Scratch the Gaming Itch. You can join the streams for Sleepwalker Saturday every Saturday, of course, at 6:30 p.m. GMT, BST in the summer, and and hopefully next week we'll have Dimit back with us, which will be hopefully good. I of course can't do the show without the cast, so of course I want to thank Burr.
Goodbye, Daddy-O.
I want to thank Drifting.
When will my son return from the war?
I want to thank Kay.
I'm so glad to be here. I love y'all.
I want to thank Laura.
À la prochaine, mon ami.
I want to thank Lemming.
A blast as always.
And of course, Mistropolis.
Oh, I'm scared of boys.
And we want to thank Ebac.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank
Yeah.
you. And of course, thank you, dear listener or viewer, for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Good
Peace.
Yeah. Ta-da.
Ciao for now.
Ciao for now, darling.
Ciao, bene.